Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to week 2 of Zombie Game Lab's Madden 17 Pick Challenge.
In case you missed last week, the rules are pretty simple. We each pick winners for the current week of NFL games. The person with the lowest amount of correct picks each week will have to choose a random punishment challenge, and if Madden chooses more games correctly, we will both have to do the challenge. Jumping right into our results from week 1.
It was not pretty.
Ryan kind of struggled, ended up with 5 and 11.
Which is alright. It's not terrible.
It's not the worst, but it definitely was not good enough to beat me or Madden.
Well, although you guys tied, we had to come up with a solution for a tiebreaker between Jamie and Madden.
We ended up going with the biggest point differential in the games won. It ended up being very close. I actually beat Madden by 3 points to avoid doing the loser challenge.
Damn LA.
So, Brian, since you were the loser, you had to set up a lemonade stand.
I thought it went pretty well.
Yeah, we'll check out how that went.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect.
Help me out.
Or advice? I have advice. What
Free
is your
juice
advice
for advice. I just need help picking picks next week.
Oh, for football.
Yes. I'm bad at it. This is my
I'm
buddy.
even worse. I don't even know who to pick.
Okay, just give me advice on 2. Who should I not pick?
No Tom Brady for 3 more weeks.
I don't care about it.
Good luck.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'll
Okay.
walk your dogs for you.
You're going to ask us a question.
Okay,
Okay.
hold on. It's still loading. It's not working.
Minnesota or Green Bay?
Eh,
What do you think? Minnesota or
Green Bay is fine.
Green Bay.
Green Bay, here.
Oh, we're good. Thank you. We're good.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's check out his sign here.
And it's just that simple. Green Bay. In the bag.
Raising
what
money
we've done
for a
today.
coach.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
And suck it.
What'd you finish last week?
Don't worry about it.
6 and 10, something like that.
Well,
Uh,
my 5-year-old kid
don't
gave
don't
a
blame
good
it on
shot.
her. Don't blame it
Uh,
on her.
She's fine. Better than any other 5-year-old I would have picked.
Uh.
But now I'm gonna enjoy some juice. Thank you.
I mean, it looks good.
You can't have any.
I don't want any. That juice is for losers.
And we're done.
So, that was that.
Not too bad of a challenge for week 1, though.
It went pretty quick.
Yeah, I thought you did well.
Thank God those people were walking by as I was setting up the stand. So anyway, we'll go right into week 2 picks, and it was all Jets.
Yep, went Jets versus the Bills. That was an easy pick for all 3 of us, I think.
I don't know what the Bills could bring to the table.
Next up, we got Carolina versus San Francisco, and it was also unanimous, all Carolina, even though San Francisco had a big blowout win against LA.
Which, I mean, Rams.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to beat the Panthers. Ever.
Going into the 3rd pick, we got the Browns versus the Ravens.
And with Robert Griffin III out for what seems to be the season, I don't even know who their backup is.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either, but either way, we all went with the Ravens. Pretty easy pick on that one.
Next is the Lions versus the Tennessee Titans.
Again, another unanimous pick for all 3 of us.
I'm sad to say that I had to pick the Lions because of them beating the Colts last week, which was complete bogus, but yeah, I can't pick the Titans either.
Next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. This is where we finally differed a little bit. I chose the Kansas City Chiefs,
I chose the J.J. Watts.
and Madden went with the J.J. Watts as well.
I mean, I can't go against him ever.
I think that's actually going to be a pretty close game. They're both going to be decent teams
It seemed
this
to
year.
be a little tougher for this week. That one particularly. I didn't know which way to go. I kind of just chose randomly. And this week I actually chose my picks.
Last week's strategy didn't seem to work out so well, so you got to try something different this
No, not too much.
Next up, we got New England versus the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, they kind of squeaked one out last week.
Yeah, they both did. They were both super close games, but I just have a hard time picking anybody against the Patriots.
They gotta lose sometime. I don't think it's gonna be this week though.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be last week, and they somehow managed to win that game too, so I don't...
Next game, we got the New Orleans Saints versus the New York Giants. We also differed on this one. I know it's the number 1 ranked offense in the league right now. I don't know. I just have a feeling the Giants are gonna win.
Giants did pay a lot of money for their defense this offseason, so hopefully that'll be able to step up. And
It's a good defense versus a good offense.
yeah, and the Saints defense is terrible yet again. So Giants with Beckham Jr. and Victor Cruz should be a good game. That was another toss up, but I ended up going with the Saints.
Up next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Bengals.
And even though this one was a unanimous pick, I was kind of wavering in between the two as well. This is another hard one. All the picks this week seem to be very, very difficult to make.
The one thing with the Steelers, I just feel like they have a cushy season this year. If you look at their schedule, I can't see them not getting into the playoffs.
Oh yeah, definitely playoffs. I know. For this game, it's just the Bengals Steelers. It's always a close game, so it was another toss-up. But we all went with the Steelers. So next up, we got the Washington Redskins versus the Dallas Cowboys.
And the Washington Redskins got beat pretty badly.
Yeah, they did not fare well against Pittsburgh. I don't know if that's notion of Pittsburgh being good or if that's a sign of Washington being very bad.
Yeah, I don't know. With this one, I have trouble picking the Cowboys because they're missing Romo.
Yeah, I'm
But-
actually surprised you went with the Redskins on this one, but they made the playoffs last year, so they're got to be good, right?
The Cowboys always let me down. Always. I can never pick them and think that they're going to win. They're never consistent. Moving on, we are going to Tampa Bay versus Arizona Cardinals.
We both went with Arizona this week. Madden picked Tampa Bay. This is another close pick. I feel like Arizona let me down last week, so I had a hard time picking them.
Just go to Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I mean,
Every play.
that seemed to work against Patriots. I don't know why they went away from it.
I
But,
think Madden is just glitched right now.
I know Jameis did look good last week, though, so Tampa Bay is on the rise. They at least look good against what should be a good Atlanta team this year, but we went with Arizona.
Next, we got the LA Rams versus the Seattle Seahawks. And I feel like Madden is glitched on this one as well. I don't think that the Rams can beat the Seahawks.
They did beat them twice last year, I believe, even with a bad offense. They always play Seattle tough, but after the showing on Monday night, I don't see any way that LA beats Seattle. And Madden loves the LA Rams. I said it last week, and I'll say it again. I swear to God, it will pick them every time.
The next game is going to be the game where I am sad a little bit because it's basically Jamie's team versus my team. And even though I never picked my team, I still have faith that they can win since they beat them last showing.
Yeah, they beat them last year, and they always seem to beat the Broncos in the regular season. I don't know why that is. I don't remember the last time we beat them in the regular season.
Last year they had Manning as well, so maybe Manning just kind of gave him that
Yeah,
one.
he's like, I missed the Colts. I want to see him do well, so we'll give him this one.
But it's hard to choose the Colts with their struggling offensive line versus that defense.
We both picked the Broncos, and this was close to being our featured game of the week just because it is our two teams up against each other. In a close second place game of the week, Madden chose the Colts, and we both went with the Broncos, which surprises me that you would pick the Broncos, but making your picks smart, I like it.
Had to do it.
In one of the last 3 o'clock matchups of Sunday, we got the Raiders versus the Atlanta Falcons. Again, we both went with the Raiders. We didn't vary a whole lot with our picks.
This one
week.
I had a hard time choosing. I don't know. Let me put it this way. I chose the Oakland Raiders strictly because I love their fans. They're crazy.
I went with the Raiders because they had a great comeback win last week, and there should be a strong team every week. And Atlanta didn't look the greatest against what could be a good Tampa Bay team, but
That one will be an interesting game to watch.
it's another one of those toss-up games. For the last 3 o'clock game, we got the San Diego Chargers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This one was back and forth for me the whole entire time. I honestly couldn't pick a winner for this one. I kind of had to just go with my first gut instinct saying that the Chargers were going to win.
I am going to be picking Jacksonville all year because I have faith that they're finally going to be good. They were close against Green Bay. They just couldn't finish the deal. But I have faith in the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to do it for me this year.
See how that pans out for you.
So for the Sunday night matchup, we have the Green Bay Packers and Minnesota Vikings. And this is also our featured
Game of the week.
This is a huge matchup. I mean, obviously it's a big rivalry game. We got Packers, Vikings.
In the new stadium.
Vikings' first game in their new stadium. Should be a very, very good game. We got AP going up against Eddie Lacy. Big running back matchup.
No contest. AP.
Eddie Lacy's pretty good too.
AP.
So getting straight into the highlights, we're going to skip straight to the fourth quarter. Aaron Rodgers trying to lead his team back. They're down 14-6.
Less than a minute.
He's going to find Ty Montgomery in the end zone for the touchdown. Make it 14-12. Down by 2, they're going to have to go for the 2-point conversion. Not enough time for them to get the ball back, even with the 2 timeouts. You see Mike Zimmer's just, he can't believe it.
He's irate.
Can't believe he let him score. So Rodgers on the 2-point conversion. He's going to drop back. He's got all day to throw.
All day. There's got to be a hold somewhere.
And there it is. Ty Montgomery in the end zone yet again. Weird part in the fourth quarter. Minnesota's in the huddle, and all of a sudden the lights go out in the stadium.
It's the Super Bowl all over again.
And see the next play, they can't get anything going. That's going to end the game.
And regulation.
So now, skipping right into overtime, after Minnesota kicks a field goal, Aaron finds Jordy Nelson on 4th down, keep their chances alive.
On a diving play.
What a beautiful
in
catch.
The dark.
Can't see it. He just dove and he catches it. It's
I can't
amazing.
believe it.
And then on the very next play, he finds Ty Montgomery yet again. Corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
And the win.
Packers take it home in the Madden simulation.
Unbelievable.
It was honestly an unbelievable ending.
Even in the dark, it was crazy.
Zimmer just pissed. You just can't believe it. Packers win 20-17.
And with Madden choosing the Green Bay Packers, surprisingly, so did we.
Yep, I learned my lesson from last week, picking the Jaguars over them.
We both did.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again this week. So we all went with the Packers.
And Green Bay Packers for sure.
Then for the Monday night matchup, kind of a interesting matchup. We got the Eagles versus the Bears.
Bears.
This one was a unanimous pick for us as well. We all went with the Eagles. Just don't have a lot of faith in the Bears.
I have all the faith in Philly cheesesteaks.
Over Chicago deep dish pizza?
Well, I was going to go with the hot dogs, but...
Anyway.
So here are our week 2 picks overall. As you can see, there are way more unanimous decisions.
A lot of teams matching up just with other weak teams. I think it made most of the picks easier.
Could have had even more unanimous decisions. I'm sure of, like the Chargers Jaguars game.
Cowboys Redskins.
I don't know why the Broncos didn't get chosen by Madden. I don't know. That one seems a little.
Madden doesn't like the Broncos.
That's got to be an upset.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I chose Washington. But, there's got to be at least one upset, or 2, or 7.
Should be an interesting week with Madden as well, because Madden had a lot of picks that we didn't. So if those flip, we both could be looking at doing the loser challenge. Which, this week, what is our loser challenge going to be, Ryan?
Let's find out.
Alright, so, the loser challenge for week 2
will be... paper.
It's a big decision here. It's a lot of close games.
Madden, I hope you don't beat us more.
Enjoy a bowl of ice cream. You give an ice cream sundae or the winner, I guess, gets a nice ice cream sundae to enjoy, while the loser gets to have an ice cream sundae with a few special ingredients on it.
Yummy. How do you think Man's gonna eat a bowl of ice cream?
Man's not gonna win. I'm gonna win.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That'll do it for week 2 of our Madden Pick Challenge. If you have any suggestions on our loser challenges, please leave the comments below.
And if you missed week 1, make sure you check out the link in the description below. If you like this video and want to see others that are just as funny and edited just as well, subscribe to our channel. And while you're at it, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.